Hey, one of the things we talk a lot about as online business owners, course creators, membership creators is testing ideas. And we talk about it in terms of testing out an idea before we create a full-blown course or before we put a lot of work into a membership. But let me explain where testing can actually start at a very low level so that you're not spending a lot of money following an idea or a dream for something that you want to sell that isn't going to work. The very first place that you want to start testing your ideas is with your freebie. And if the freebie that you're offering is a really good freebie, it's offering something of tremendous value, but no one wants it, then you have a really good indication that probably that isn't a topic that you want to pursue. Because if you can't get people to opt into something free that's really great, then they probably aren't going to pay you for something. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? So we test out different topic ideas for freebies. We can test out things like a checklist versus an ebook versus a video series, different things like that. But you can even take it more granular than that. And once you know that you have an idea that people like, you can start testing things with your freebie like, do they prefer images that are photos, or do they prefer vector images? Do they prefer certain colors? Do they prefer certain formats? Are there certain types of content that they're consuming more than others? Let me tell you a little story about this. I started doing online business years ago, and there weren't that many different types of images available. Certainly not the gorgeous photographs that we can subscribe to services to receive or that we can find online. So I was playing around with the idea of, do I want to use photography in my branding? You know, pictures of me, pictures of people working at their desk, pictures of computers, those types of things. Or do I want to go with vector images? And vector images are more of those cartoon type drawings. Well, it turned out that I wasn't very organized, and so I was kind of doing a mix of both. It was the same freebie, but the freebie was a vector image with a cartoon type of thing, and the opt-in and landing page was a photograph. At the time, I didn't realize this wasn't a great idea, but it wasn't converting very well. So as I was just kind of playing around with things, I hadn't had time to really swap out the freebie. I was playing around and I just swapped out the images on my landing page and opt-in form. When I switched from a photograph to a vector image, people started going crazy for it. And it was also the consistency of having my opt-in page, my opt-in form, my landing page, and my freebie all have consistent images on them. Certainly that was part of it too. So I tested it out again and I tried the exact same landing page, opt-in form, and freebie, but with photographs instead of vector images, and it didn't do as well. So what I found out was my particular avatar for that product really appreciated the vector images. I don't know why. I don't know if it was because they stood out compared to the photography that everybody else was using. I don't know if they just really loved the graphic designer that I was using. I don't know what it was. Here's another tip. I didn't take my very first freebie and send it out to a graphic designer and have it be made all pretty and gorgeous and very professional looking. I wanted to test the idea of the freebie first. So I went into a program like Canva and I created it, and it looked good. It looked professional, but I didn't put a whole lot of money behind it. I just wanted to test out my idea. I see so many people taking so long to put together a freebie and then spending a lot of money to get it designed or a lot of money to get this whole video series shot when really their concept just isn't the right concept for someone to opt into. So use your freebies, tweak them, play with them, test them. It's probably the least expensive way you have to start figuring out what your avatar really wants, what they're going to respond to, and eventually what they're going to buy. If you'd like to see some examples of the different freebies that I have offered over the years or that I'm offering right now, you can definitely check out the links below to my website, and maybe I'll even put a few in there that'll show you how my freebies have progressed throughout the years.